Get ready with me while I tell you a few things you probably didn't know about me. The first is that I am Australian. And this throws a lot of people off because despite living here for the last 10 years, I still very much have my Canadian accent. Now, there are certain words that kind of creep in, things like massage, garage, but still, I do sound very much Canadian. The second thing you probably don't know about me is that I play ice hockey for Team Australia. I competed at the 2024 and the 2025 World Championships. In 2024, we won silver, and this year in 2025, we won gold. 2024 was my first time, and let me tell you, that was an experience. Despite dominating the entire tournament, we ended up losing in a shootout to North Korea. Yes, North Korea. That is a story for another day. Playing and interacting with people from North Korea, that is not something I ever thought I would do. Now, the way it works is that there are different divisions. So obviously Australia is in a lower division than Canada and the US. But when you win your division, you move up the following year. So because we won this year, we're moving up next year. And I do also play in the local Australian league. I play for Adelaide. We actually start our season this weekend. We have our home opener. Now, my third fun fact is that I used to have a pet chameleon. For some reason, growing up, I was always very fascinated by them. I always wanted one and finally got one. His name was Littlefoot. Now, I will say it was a lot more work and not as fun as I thought it would be. You end up having to raise basically a colony of crickets in order to feed them. There's a lot of work that has to go into keeping the right humidity in their enclosure as well. And my final fun fact is that I used to eat a carnivore diet, and I don't anymore. So here's the tea. Going way back to probably 2016, 2017, that was when I first started eating a low carb diet. I was doing a lot of long distance cycling at the time, and I realized that low carb can be very, very beneficial for endurance athletes. Shortly after going low carb, I went keto and then eventually carnivore. Now, at the time, everyone was raving about how good they felt on carnivore, the weight loss, the energy, but honestly, I felt the same. I felt great eating low carb, I felt great eating keto, and I felt the same eating carnivore. So over the following months, I added back in some low carb fruits and vegetables, and I continued to eat low carb for the next couple of years. Then when I got back into hockey, which is a high intensity sport, I quickly realized that I did need some carbs in my diet or else my performance was gonna suffer. So now I'm strategic with them, and that's what I do personally. I do recognize that the vast majority of people do carry some excess weight